guys, welcome to Hard Enduro Appalachia. My name is Chelsea Holt. Tim Sizemore is behind the camera. He rides these beautiful Shercos here. Both are his. He does race Hard Enduro and XC. For me, on the other hand, I used to ride a 2018 150 XC-W, and I upgraded to this beautiful beast. This is my 2023 Beta 200 RR Race Edition. The reason I bought a 200 is because my 150 needed a little bit more power. I needed something just a little bit more, but the weight was the problem. I rode Tim's 300 Sherco for a little bit. It's just way too heavy for me. I am 5'3", 125 pounds, 130 with gear on. It was just way too heavy. My 150 was light like a feather. So I went ahead and looked up this for about a couple months, compared the two. This was the best option for me. Okay, hold on. So first, let's talk about the suspension. Had to upgrade. Suspension's way too stiff, coming from the factory. If you want to take a look at that, the Ride Shop, thank you so much for doing my suspension front and rear. Seat, had to go. This will be my first ride on the short or the lower seat. I went ahead and put tubeless front and rear. That's a must. The front tire I have is a golden tire, fatty. Rear is the VE33S, which is an all-around great tire for anybody out there who wants to ride XC or Hard Enduro. This is a beginner tire for everybody. All right, so this is the P3 carbon. As you can see, it already took a pretty good hit. Pipe is fine. I just put on the clutch cover as well. I'm gonna try that today. The pegs come stock. Love the fat pegs. Went ahead and put some swing arm guards on before I even rode the bike. These are the magnetic ones. Also, the map switch, I don't run it on the low power. The power is just not there. It's almost tamed. It's almost like a 150. Totally different. I'm running on like the high mode, the sunshine mode. Power is way better. Number one, I don't like this. It sticks out way too far. This is where you turn your gas off and on. It's kind of flimsy. Not a fan of that. Added bulletproof radiator guards. That's a must. You have to have those. They're actually braces, not guards, but you have to have those. Down here is the check bolt for your oil. You have to take the spring off just to get to it. It's kind of hard to see. Not a fan of that. I like this little screw piece here instead of the actual clips that go in like a 150. You don't lose those little tabs. You screw this out. You screw the rod out. That's for your brakes. Throttle. I don't like this off and on button on the same side. I'll be doing conversion where the button will be here and your off button will be here, like a KTM. How the subframe completely flips up. The seat has a button instead of the bolts. A lot easier. Once you undo these bolts here, the subframe comes completely up. You can work on your carb a lot easier than a KTM. Also, I did a JD jet kit. That's like number one you have to do with elevation change as much as we ride different places. Helped a lot. I'm running the stock beta skid plate, which will have to go. Does not cover the linkage. So I bought this AXP skid plate, okay? You can see I modified it a little bit, I had to cut it down. It kept hitting, which I'll have to cut this later, kept hitting the pipe. It was way too tight and you couldn't even put the rear bolt in. So I had to modify that a little bit. We're gonna put that on, get some covers, got a linkage guard. Love the color. So that had to be replaced. The 150 was nice, but there's like that pause a little bit. It's almost like riding a 125. You have to build the RPMs up. This, you crank the throttle and it's there, honestly. Very impressed. It has a horn, which it's not fun when you're on a trail ride with me because I do blow the horn the whole entire time. So I'm sure somebody's gonna disconnect it sooner or later before I do. It sounds good, don't it? Jeez. I'm ready to rip. Let's go ride.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dang, that's a big rock, Timmy.